You know, Cardinal Tagle was a front-runner in 2013. He's in recent years been referred to as an Asian pope. For I came down from heaven not to do my will, but the will of the one who sent me. But it was a joke that jolted me. Jolted me in the sense that it got me thinking. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle becomes Pope Louis I. White smoke billowed from the chimney atop the sign chapel, signaling hope and anticipation. The faithful erupted in cheers as the news echoed. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle of Manila, Philippines had been elected as the 267th successor to St. Peter, taking the name Pope Louis I. This historic election marked a pivotal moment for the Catholic Church, ushering in the first ever Filipino and Asian pope. For the first time in centuries, the papacy had shifted from Europe to Asia, a continent experiencing remarkable growth in its Catholic population. Pope Louis I's election signaled a new era for the Church, embracing the global diversity of its members. On that momentous day, April 21, 2025, the eyes of the world turned towards the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square as the newly elected Pope Louis I emerged. He offered a message of unity, humility, and hope. His election was a testament to the universality of the Catholic message and its power to transcend geographical and cultural boundaries. The Catholic Church, under its first Asian shepherd, was poised to embark on a new chapter in its 2,000-year history. The conclave convened on April 18, 2025, following the passing of Pope Francis, was shrouded in prayer and solemn contemplation. Cardinals from around the globe gathered in the sign chapel to discern the will of God for the future of the Church. Unlike previous conclaves, the 2025 conclave reached a decision with remarkable speed. After only 3 rounds of balloting, white smoke emerged, signaling a 2/3 majority had been reached. The swiftness of the decision was seen by many as a sign of the Holy Spirit's guidance, uniting the cardinals in their choice of Cardinal Tagle. Cardinal Pablo Vigilio David emphasized, "We did not come here to campaign or promote personal agendas. Our sole purpose was to pray and discern God's will for the next pope." The election of Pope Louis I was a profound statement about the Church's commitment to embracing its global identity and its mission to proclaim the gospel message to all people. Born in 1958, Luis Antonio Tagle's journey to the papacy was marked by humility, intellect, and an unwavering commitment to social justice. Raised in a devout Catholic family in Imus, Philippines, his faith led him to the seminary and ordination to the priesthood in 1982. Tagle's theological brilliance and pastoral sensitivity quickly became evident, propelling him through the ranks of the Church. Throughout his career, Cardinal Tagle was known for his approachable demeanor, his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, and his deep concern for the poor and marginalized. His appointment as prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples in 2020 by Pope Francis further solidified his reputation as a global leader within the Church. Cardinal Tagle's election as Pope Louis I was met with widespread praise and a sense of optimism. The news of Cardinal Tagle's election as Pope Louis I sent shock waves of joy and jubilation throughout the Philippines. Church bells pealed across the archipelago, fireworks lit up the night sky, and spontaneous celebrations erupted in homes, streets, and public squares. For the first time in history, a son of the Philippines had ascended to the highest office in the Catholic Church. Filipinos from all walks of life embraced this historic moment with a sense of collective pride and national identity. The election of Pope Louis I transcended religious boundaries, uniting the nation in a shared sense of joy and accomplishment. Philippine President Leni Rodrigo declared, "Pope Louis carries with him the hopes and dreams of our nation." In Imus, the town where the newly elected pope had been born and raised, residents poured into the streets, their faces beaming with pride. The local parish church, where Tagle had celebrated his first Mass as a priest, became a focal point for celebrations. The joy that swept through the Philippines was contagious, spreading to Filipino communities around the world. The election of Pope Louis I as the first Asian pope sent ripples of excitement and anticipation throughout the global Catholic community. From the Americas to Africa, from Europe to Oceania, Catholics embraced this historic moment. As a sign of unity, renewal, and hope for the future of the Church in Latin America, home to the largest concentration of Catholics in the world, the news of Pope Louis X's election was met with particular enthusiasm across Africa, where the Catholic Church is experiencing rapid growth. Pope Louis I's election was seen as a sign of the Church's commitment to embracing its global identity. European Catholics expressed their support for Pope Louis I and his vision for the Church. In North America, Pope Louis' election was welcomed by Catholics from all walks of life. The global reaction to Pope Louis I's election was a testament to the universality of the Catholic Church and its ability to transcend cultural and geographical boundaries. His election was a powerful symbol of unity and a sign of the Church's commitment to embracing its global mission in the 21st century. Pope Louis I, in his first address from the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square, outlined a vision for his papacy that emphasized transformation, dialogue, and a renewed commitment to the synodal path initiated by his predecessor, Pope Francis. We are called to be a church that listens, a church that dialogues, a church that journeys together in faith, Pope Louis I proclaimed. The concept of synodality, a key theme of Pope Francis's papacy, emphasizes the importance of collaboration, listening, and shared decision-making within the Church. Pope Louis I, by embracing this approach, signaled his intention to lead a church that is open to dialogue, willing to address difficult questions, and committed to finding solutions together. Furthermore, Pope Louis I stressed the importance of dialogue with other Christian denominations, other religions, and with the world at large. He called for a church that is engaged with the world, not isolated from it, a church that seeks to build bridges of understanding and cooperation. We are called to be instruments of peace, reconciliation, and healing in a world torn apart by conflict and division, Pope Louis I declared. His words offered a message of hope and a roadmap for the future of the Church. The election of Pope Louis marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the Catholic Church, but it also served as a powerful testament to the enduring legacy of his predecessor, Pope Francis. Pope Francis's papacy was characterized by his humility, his emphasis on mercy and compassion, and his unwavering commitment to social justice. He challenged the Church to move beyond its comfort zone, to reach out to the peripheries of society, and to embrace a more inclusive and welcoming approach. Pope Francis's words and actions inspired millions around the world, both within and beyond the Catholic Church. Pope Louis I, in his first public address, acknowledged the profound influence of Pope Francis, stating, "I stand before you as a humble servant following in the footsteps of a giant." Pope Louis I's papacy is poised to build upon the foundation laid by Pope Francis, carrying forward the torch of reform and renewal into the 21st century. The election of Pope Louis I, the first Asian pope in history, carries profound significance for the Catholic Church's global mission. His background, deeply rooted in the cultural richness of Asia, combined with his understanding of the global Church, positions him as a unique bridge between East and West. Asia, a continent experiencing remarkable growth in its Catholic population, represents a vibrant and diverse tapestry of cultures, languages, and spiritual traditions. Pope Louis I's familiarity with this landscape, his ability to navigate its complexities, and his sensitivity to its unique challenges make him an ideal leader to guide the Church's engagement with this crucial region. Moreover, Pope Louis I's election serves as a powerful symbol of the Church's universality, its ability to transcend geographical and cultural boundaries. In his first Angelus address, Pope Louis I spoke of his desire to build bridges of fraternity and solidarity between all people, stating, "We are all children of God regardless of our origins, our beliefs, or the color of our skin." His words resonated deeply with people around the globe, offering a message of hope and a vision for a more interconnected and harmonious world. The election of Pope Louis marks the beginning of a new chapter in the 2,000-year history of the Catholic Church. His papacy, filled with both promise and challenges, offers an opportunity for the Church to reflect on its past, embrace its present, and confidently step into the future. The Catholic Church, under the guidance of its first Asian shepherd, stands at a crossroads. Pope Louis I, with his humility, his commitment to social justice, and his vision for a more synodal and inclusive Church, is uniquely positioned to lead the Church through these turbulent times. His papacy has the potential to be a time of great transformation, a time for the Church to rediscover its prophetic voice, to deepen its commitment to the poor and marginalized, and to embrace its global identity with renewed vigor. The election of Pope Louis XVI, a man of deep faith, compassion, and vision, has injected a sense of optimism and excitement into the Church. His papacy, guided by the Holy Spirit and rooted in the gospel message of love and hope, has the potential to usher in an era of renewal, growth, and transformation for the Catholic Church and for the world. Please subscribe to our channel